We asked some visitors to the Care Show at the NEC this year what they thought about the CQC rating.
Outstanding is fine at the very top level. I think good encompasses far too wide an area.
Outstanding is quite narrow, inadequate is relatively narrow, requires improvement by contrast is absolutely huge.
Would I want to put mum or dad in a requires improvement? Hell no!
Yeah.
Because that sounds terrible, that sounds irresponsible.
Yeah. Requires improvement is basically average. Well, it's not middle, is it? Because there's only 4. So if you want to do that, you have to have 5.
I think increasing the boundings for me is probably not a good idea. I think you're better sticking with what they've got, but actually making sure the consistency of approach is there.
If there was consistency, I would have a better feel about them. I'd be more confident about them.
Just 1 or 2 inconsistencies, a relatively good home can fall into requires improvement, and that's your grading for what could be 2 years, and that I feel is unfair.
If a service deteriorates and requires improvement, there's a bit of a mountain to climb. You'd like to think that CQC would work alongside the provider to enable improvement, but the kind of word anecdotally within the industry is that perhaps that isn't always the case.
When the CQC goes in too hard and makes minor points to become requires improvement, I think it misleads the consumer. Because if the consumer say, oh, this is an RI, requires improvement, not sure. Well, what's the RI for? Oh, there was 3 signatures not done on a sheet. Well,
the other thing which I think with the system is that why does the outstanding only go to panel? They either should all go to panel or none of them go to panel.
With the Chloes and everything, it's starting to target a specific parts of your care home. So I think more recently, I think it's really good. I do think they do a good job, and I think certainly the system they've got now is the best system they've ever had.